Are you the guy that cracks under the pressure? Do you fall apart under the heat of intense gameplay? Well, if that's you, then today I've got a graphics card that will keep it cool, even if you don't. What's up, guys? Welcome and thank you for watching. I'm Juan from BlueprintPC. So today I'm actually kind of very excited here. I got a new toy for my own personal rig. It's a new video card. And I wanted to show it to you guys because, you know what, it's pretty freaking new and not many people have much information about it. It's the EVGA GeForce RTX 2070 Super XE Hybrid Gaming. It's got a really long name that's probably not needed. So, the tough part about this is I literally have not opened this yet because I wanted to do a genuine, honest unboxing for you guys. So, just so you know, that hurts me a little. But anyway, so we're going to open this up. We're going to see what's going on with this. And just want to let you guys know, today we're just going to do an unboxing, kind of an overview of what's going on, what's different about this from a normal 2070 Super. And I'm going to do a second video all about benchmarks and testing and overclocking, so please hit that like and subscribe button if you have not already, if you want to check that out and see what the difference between this bad boy is versus some other 2070 Supers and 2070s and things like that. So, I already kind of thought about this because there's this funky little notch here in the top corner of the box. I'm actually going to open it from the bottom because, one, I'm probably going to take photos of this later, and I figured this is probably the easiest way to unbox it without dealing with that weird notch that's in there. So, and I, of course, tear the bottom of the box, trying to be smart about it. So, just so you know, next time, just open it however the heck you want to open it. Alright, so, yeah, nothing in there. It's just a weird, funky corner. I'm not 110% sure why they did that. I guess it's just because it looks cool. So, for all the cool lookings, yeah, there we go. Oh, hey, you know what? The notch is right here, too. So, alright, first of all, let's get some basic information out. The normal reference cards for the 2070 Supers are supposed to be $499.99. It's pretty much damn near impossible to find them that way. I mean, they're starting to now finally trickle down to that price range. Now, they've been out for a couple months now. This one, MSRP is at $589.99 on EVGA's website. Newegg is supposed to have it if they ever show it in stock. I actually had to jump on a waiting list for EVGA in order to get my hands on this. As soon as I saw the email come up that it was in stock, I bit the bullet and ordered it. I was thinking about trying to water cool my current card, which is in my rig, which is a RTX 2070 regular. It's a gigabyte WindForce version. So yeah, so let's crack this puppy open real quick. Just to let you know, this is a hybrid cooled graphics card, so that's one of the big differences here. But I see there's another little tape sticker here, so we're gonna just gently slice this open. And I'll probably end up tearing the box again some way, somehow, because, yeah, that just seems to be the way I'm going to do that today. Alright, so, opening it up, traditional package, a ton of foam, and some static, bag thing on top of it. And we're just going to move some stuff around here. So, this does come with a 120mm AIO. Ooh, try to get it out of here. Okay. So, before we get into this little baby right here, we're going to talk about kind of what else is stashed in the box. There's that weird notch that's not letting stuff come out. So we got all kinds of boxes floating around here, so cool beans. Alright, so we got a bag right here. Comes with some screws, washers, zip ties, and some little cable ties that say EVGA on them. Cool beans. I probably won't use those, maybe at some point in time. I'll probably definitely use the zip ties. I'll guarantee to use those. And we have an HDMI to VGA adapter. I'm not going to use this with a VGA monitor. But hey, you know what? If you do, card comes with it, so you're good to go there. I think I actually have another one of those floating around somewhere. And that's it for that guy. So we'll stuff that back in the box, get that out of our way. Weird little EVGA envelope. So what's in here? Oh, is there more? Yes. Haha, look. It's a little EVGA sticker badge thing that I can stick on my tower and then stare at so I don't forget what graphics card I put in there, because that's going to be hard to see through the side of it. Installation guide. I will probably not likely use this because I kind of know how to do that. And important notice. It says, it gives you 2 examples of how to install it. So the quick version. Cool beans. Alright, so again, this thing comes with a 120 millimeter AIO with the annoying little plastic sleeve that won't come off. What I'm going to do when I do the next video here that I do the benchmarks and stuff in, I'm going to leave this on. I am actually already have intent of just replacing the fan on here just because I want it to match the rest of my system. In my next video too that involves this, I will do kind of a brief rundown as to what my system is. So if you guys are curious what my personal rig is, you'll be able to see it there. Alright, so looks to be built pretty well. Probably I wouldn't call it a 30 millimeter thick one. Looks a little thin for that. Probably go 20 millimeters. It's got your power here. The fan gets power directly off the card itself, which is kind of neat. I guess that's one less cable you're going to have to manage later on. But the same token, too, that does look a little awkward coming there, which, let's see here. You know what? Just for giggles and shits. Cool, it is a 4-pin fan. So, I guess whatever fan I decide to swap on here better be a 4-pin, or hope that it can determine the difference. I might actually have to look into that to see if this will read like just a 12-volt fan if possible. Attention, electric static stuff. Okay, so let's talk about this versus a standard 2070 Super. They both have 2560 cores. They both have the same base clock, from what I can tell, of 1605 megahertz. EVGA's website did not specify a different base clock for this. The 2070 Super does have a 1770 megahertz boost clock stock. This runs 1800 boost clock stock, which you think that's not a big, difference, which sure, cool, I agree with that. But here's the big difference when it comes to this guy versus a standard 2070. First of all, let's pull it out. There is a ton of plastic all over this, so let's just do that. Pretty much what you'd expect it to be. You're going to have your pump and your heatsink right there, which you can see here. This is kind of transparent. So let me actually give you guys a little bit of visual on here, or while I'm peeling this. I'm sure you don't want me to ruin your peel porn, but I'm going to talk over it. So pros and cons versus this. So the biggest con I see, which I saw this too, which I kind of noticed, is there isn't a back plate. So you get a bare PCB in the back, which is okay. I'm gonna actually vertically mount this, which is something I'd recommend to you guys if you do purchase it, just strictly because of that. You don't want to stare at a bare PCB. It's not the ugliest thing in the world, but at the same token, it's not the prettiest thing in the world. So now the plus side here of having the AIO, talking about the boost clocks not being that different, is your temperature headroom. Now this is going to be able to run the card at a significantly lower consistent temperature, which will allow it to maintain those boost clocks a lot longer and a lot higher, because they do auto overboost. And even with this, the EVGA software, the Precision X1, will allow you to overclock it if you decide to. And in that case, you're going to have headroom to do so, because you're going to be, what I've seen, at least online for what I've read so far, you're going to hover around 40 to 50 C on this guy, which is going to give you, 30 degrees to work with for headroom. So you can sit there and overclock this thing and let it boost into the heavens, and it's going to run fine, and it's going to be reliable. Outside of that, again, longer boost. Even if you don't manually overclock this, it's going to maintain its boost clock longer and higher because of it running cooler, because of this little bad boy right here. Now, outside of that too, and this, you may not think about this, and you may not feel that this is actually that important, but with this guy in your case, you're now going to extract all the heat from your GPU out of your case, or at least most of it, because you're going to get a little bit from the VRM still. But with that being stated, your overall case temps may actually drop. It depends on your case. If you have really good airflow anyway, you might not notice a difference. But if you have a really crammed, tempered glass case with, all three sides with that much of a sliver for your fans to get air through, this might make a huge world of difference, because when you're your CPU might be water cooled and it's running at 30, 40 C, but then your GPU is running at 70, 75, 80 C, kicking all that heat back into the case. This is going to take most of that heat and ship it straight out the door, and your overall case temps, your VRMs, your CPU, your RAM, everything's going to run a lot cooler due to that. So with that all being said, I'm really excited about this. This is something I kind of wanted for me, and I've been looking to water cool my own personal 2070 that I had to try and get better boosts, more boosts, a little bit more performance out of it, because I wasn't quite ready to, well, one, I'm not rich, I'm one of you guys, I'm buying all my parts with my own money, and I wasn't able to afford a 2080 Ti, at least not without selling blood or something like that. So I saw this again, $589.99 through EVGA, straight directly through them. Shipping was free. They had free shipping. You can do the expedited shipping, which jumps up to like $60 if you want to do like next day or whatever it is, which I'm cheap. I try to show you guys everything here on a budget. So for me, I think this is going to be great bang for the buck, considering it's a 2070 Super, which is almost a 2080 now with the Super. And I think with this guy, this might actually be able to take out some 2080s on the low end at least, for certain games and certain scenarios, just because it's going to have plenty of room to boost and stay boosted as long as it wants to. So guys, if you want to see the benchmarks, you want to see the testing on this and what I can do overclocking wise with this, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Outside of that, I'll catch you guys in the next one.